Okay, hi guys, this is Trentus for DDTDota. This is the first time I've done something like this, but I really felt like it after playing this game. I'm going to do a replay analysis of this game. I'm playing Clockwerk, as you can see, and yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do, so hopefully you guys are in for something like that. I'll just press play and then get rid of this. This is a very interesting very first interesting game. I've played some very good hooks. I did some very good hooks, sorry. And I haven't played Clockwerk in a long time, like maybe 6 months, just because it's getting overused in the scene, and it kind of frustrates me. But yeah, this is a 5v5
30 paces to war,
group
boys.
match in ranked. So we were trying to be pretty competitive in this, maybe a little bit try hard mode, but. Yeah, so our plan was to do a Clockwerk offlane, as you can see, doing that, and with a Skyrath mid, with a roaming support in the Witch Doctor, while Bane and the PA just farm up that bottom lane. Something fierce. Let's turn on some Pyrian flax.
Time to get angry with each other.
Definitely is. And the opposition went for a lot of carry, so they've got really 3 cores, with Timbersaw being in that offlane position. And they're going to have that Alchemist in their 1. He's going to be going safe lane with the Lich, of course. While the Viper's going to go mid, and that leaves, of course, the Enchantress hanging around here in the jungles. Now, this is going to get pretty interesting, but what I want you to keep an eye on is the farm and item choices from the Alchemist and in the end from our carry, the PA. So we've obviously had a lot of Midases being built in the pro scene as of late, and that's maybe brought in a little bit of, you know, you just have to go Midas. That's kind of what you do now. And I liked this game not only because I played well on Clockwerk, but also because our carry was like, do you know what? You don't need to go Midas. And wow, Timsaw getting caught out here with this very powerful first blood. But that level 1 combination is just, it's nasty. And he got worn down pretty quickly. And Witchjocker's he got boots first, which was a bit interesting. But like I said, he's going to be roaming, so that's not too bad. And he's already got 500 gold just over, so he's going to be getting a really quick arcane boots. Now on this mid lane, our Skyrath is dominating as per usual versus the Viper. He's got a magic stick just so he can cancel out any of those poison attacks that he tries to do, because if he Q-clicks them, it'll count as a spell, and that'll be giving him a charge, which, you know, he'll pretty much need. This is a very important combination, by the way, Skyrath with Clock. It's very good. Also Skyrath with Witch Doctor, and Witch Doctor with me is very potent. And so, you know, things are looking, you know, pretty interesting. You know, we got a first kill. I'm just like playing pretty passively in my lane. I'm just trying, you know, not to die, because if they get a stun and obviously a frost blast on me, I would be, you know, I could die. I wouldn't say that I would die. I mean, I do have cogs. It's pretty difficult.
Missing bottom.
They have a lot of harass. I decided to go for a rocket flare build just because I wasn't sure if I could get kills in this lane. So instead I was just going to go for harassing and contributing to other lanes, which is what rocket flare kind of does. So I'm able to like send rockets mid, I'm able to send rockets down bottom, I'm able to send rockets in the jungle, even send rockets to just damage up these guys up here. Now, the reason why I wanted you guys to have a look at these last hits and denies. If we have a look at my last hits,
Rock it on.
and we have a look at Mid's last hits, he hasn't died yet. He's got Aquila, a straight Aquila, which is an interesting choice. There's his first death. But if we look at this moment here, I'm only 2 last hits behind. He's got 2 denies, and then Skyrath, you know, he's kind of not doing so well. He's on 6, so he got hurt a little bit early. But I'm actually doing better than their mid, and this is one of the things which I'm going to be reflecting on. Item choices for your team composition. Sorry. So obviously our team has a whole lot of nuke. Their team has a whole lot of carry. We're going to be going for a mid-game win. Like, we can't really take them late game. If we take them late game, they'll have a really farmed Alchemist, they'll have a really farmed Timbersaw, you know, Enchantress could get scary. And there, yeah, so there's the 4-minute Arcane Boots on our roaming Witch Doctor. Now, as soon as he's got that, he was just mid, he's going to come back and he's going to come top. And we're able to, you know, get a lot of farm on our carry. You know, he's on 19, he's doing alright. He's missed a couple, but that's alright. He's got a poor man's. Our Bane is just, you know, doing his normal things, get a couple of wards up. You know, and I'm harassing, I'm doing alright. You know, it's going okay.
Regeneration.
Oh, I've got an assist, you know, that's good. But yeah, this play I was really happy about. So
Radiant's middle
with the
tower
Witch
is under
Doctor,
attack.
why it's a really good
Guys,
combination.
you need to defend
If I can
here.
get 2 heroes in my cogs, like this,
here.
and Witch Doctor is in range, they're in serious trouble. And that is just a really good combination.
What time is
Stun
it?
locked,
It's
and they were
killing
pretty
time.
much not really able to do much about that. So I'm going to get my Arcane Boots now as well. At almost 5 minutes, it's a little bit over. And if we have a look at where is he? He's over here, Phantom Assassin. He's got his poor man's, he's got his phase boots. You know, so he's not doing, he's doing all right. But you would notice he's not going for Midas. So our carry is not going for Midas. In fact, he's just farming. But who is going for Midas is our Skyrath. So he's saving up at the moment. And you'll have a look here that Enchantress has actually gone a Midas Rush. So she's got Gloves of Haste to start. And has also got that. Whereas if we go over to Alchemist, he's got the recipe now and he's just wanting to farm up the rest of it. So they're going to have 2 Midases. We'll have 1. And yeah, there's a very important difference in terms of who gets the Midases. So, our team who gets the Midas, it's the Skyrath. So, what does the Skyrath really do? He kind of ganks, he nicks people down. You know, he doesn't spend a whole lot of time in lane after the laning stage has really ended. So, his ganking is going to be what's going to be getting him kills. And that Midas which he eventually gets, that's going to be getting him farm while he does that. And if we look at our PA,
damage.
what's really she done like this whole game? She's stayed in lane, she's farmed, she's done really well last hitting. So you're like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. She can kind of keep on farming. Whereas if we look at them, they've got gonna have this Midas in the jungle where they're farming all the time anyway. So it's just gonna increase the farm, and we're gonna have a Midas in lane. Pretty much, and that's just going to increase his lane farm. And the question which I'm going to pose is that Midas is the 2150 from patch. That 2150 is half of a Battle Fury, just under half. And that was a conscious decision from Agots here. He's going straight for a Battle Fury after this. So it's pretty much Battle Fury versus 2, and a Midas versus 2 Midases. But the people who have the Midases on them are very different. So I'm roaming here, I'm actually looking for the Enchantress. I can't find her. I thought she was in that camp. So instead I was like, hey, let's just go on mid.
Do it with flair.
So, easy cook. Nothing really going on there. And we messed up that combination a little bit, but Skyrath is getting used to it again. And now he knows what's going to happen next time. And yeah, there's that Midas. So he's got a Midas 7. You know, that's all right. That's okay. They have their Midases now, I believe, as well. Yeah, Enchantress has hers. Yeah, fine. Our roaming Witch Doctor is, you know, doing all right. He's not quite level 6 though. In terms of levels, I think we're actually falling behind a little bit at this stage. No, we're in front. And we're also in front gold-wise, despite their 2 Midases. And if we have a look at the items, Alchemist has a Midas and that's it. Enchantress has a Midas and that's it. Whereas if we go to Skyrath has a Midas and that's it. But Skyrath is a nuker. Nukers don't really need items in the same way. Whereas PA, she's got, you know, poor man's phase boots. She's building up towards her next item. we're looking pretty good. Now this was a very, very bad move from our whole team here. We were out like flanked. We did not have wards in this area. We probably should have. Our Witch Doctor was just in the wrong spot. I miss a hook. Like, that was just that.
Incoming!
We managed to, you know, get a kill here, but we trade, I think, 3 for it, and oh man, not good.
My armor is my coffin.
So we were a little bit worried after that. It was like, oh, he's trying to survive. He's gonna get there. Not. No. Alchemist is gonna chase him down.
Dire's
Alchemist has
bottom
boots
tower is
now.
under it. Can we pause, please?
Again,
I'm
level 1
terrified beyond the
boots.
capacity for rational thought.
And there you go.
No!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that
You're
house
detecting
down.
high levels of sarcasity, Captain.
Whereas this whole time, PA is just farming. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna farm. Get me some farm. Timbersaw, you know, doesn't have boots yet. He's been really hurt though, as you can see in this last season. He got 17. Even though I've only got 17 as well, but I have got assists and kills, whereas he's only got 1 death at this stage. You know, I'm 1-1-4.
Rock it on!
And even though like Skarath is in lane, he's got boots, he's got wand. He is a primarily ganking hero. And this is where, like, if you watch speed gaming in MLG, with Eternal Envy on Clinks, when he had his Midas, a ganking
Players
hero
here.
with Midas
Bad dudes, middle
can
tower,
keep up
everyone,
to a
go,
farming
now.
hero with a Midas, almost, depending on kills. He can at least be close, and the difference is it makes them scared to farm. Whoop, I missed that one. They just comboed up, basically. Not a big deal, and yeah, Agnes is in a lot of trouble now. But he spent his unreliable gold, so he only lost a little bit. And yeah, in trouble. Model's probably gonna drop. Yeah. And this whole time we were like, okay, we take this advantage, we're gonna gank.
Goddamn hammer!
And there's the first time we landed that combo. And then Enchantress is getting really hurt now. So what does Enchantress have? She has boots and a Midas. And
Boom,
I still
there we
have my arcane boots. And Skarath has level 2 boots. She's got arcanes, Midas, and a wand.
Bad dude's top tower
Our
gonna
item
fall over
effectiveness
soon.
is just so much better than theirs at this stage of the game. This is this early game. It's still like only 11 minutes in, but we are seriously dangerous. I managed to. I managed to juke that. He should have thrown that way earlier. If he did, they probably would have got the kill on me.
Incoming!
So that was a bit of a misplay from them, and we saw that the TPs were like, push out a little bit. But now we knew they were missing, so we said everyone back. Let's be a little bit careful. Now I make a couple of mistakes coming up here. I'm actually pretty disappointed with this middle patch of play. The next 5 or so minutes from me is pretty disappointing. But this will teach you
And it's
how
off.
not to use Clockwerk. Pretty much, and it also, you know, you maybe want to talk to your team maybe a little bit more. Even though we're 5 stacking, there were still some errors that, that we just didn't quite do. The first one is we don't have a mech, and that's because I thought Witch Doctor was going to build it, but he's building drums. He's been getting wards. He's got smoke. Bane's been, you know, support, so he's been pretty starved to farm, and so really, I should be getting the mech in this case. Mech is seriously good for survivability. Early game, it's so good. Even later on, it still carries pretty far. I went for a rocket here on this Timbersaw. I wouldn't have killed him, as you see, but just like to point out, oh, it was so close, so close. I just knew that was in line. I just didn't know where exactly he was. So like I was saying, item choice from me here is perfect. I really should have got a that mechanism, which I did not do. I was like, hey, I can get a really fast acronyms. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, bad, but that's okay. So, you know, 82 last hits now. She's died once. No, she's got 2 assists.
Regeneration!
She decided, you know, I might need a Morbid Bask. I need to survive maybe a little bit more. And then we're like, yep, we can go for this kill.
Look at it go!
Oh, so close. And what we're trying to demonstrate here, and this is exactly the whole point, is that with our team lineup, we punish heroes that are out of position. So if you're out of position against
Radiant's
this
middle
lineup,
tower is
we have
under
a
attack.
Bane, we have a
Oh, look at
Clockwerk,
it go!
we have a Skywrath, we have spells that hold you in position, and if you're out of position, you're probably going to die from our nukes. And we have a lot of burst. I mean, PA is a burst like carry with a Coup de Grace. You know, she's going to try and get those crits up. And here we go again. So Skywrath and Clockwerk going to be trying to gank up on the Alchemist, but double TP supports. We get caught out of position, and I managed to survive, but I should have been the one to die then, if I could, because really our Skywrath is kind of our 2 carry, and we just did nothing. Really good rotation here from our Witch
Got in
Doctor.
him!
Great rotation, and able to get a kill on the
Dire's
Alchemist.
bottom tower is under
And that is
attack.
actually a really good trade. So they're 1 for our 2 in terms of position carry. We should have retreated right here.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Which I
attack.
think we did.
Double
Okay,
damage.
Good, we did. Because that is a great trade. I'll do that trade any day of the week.
Dire's bottom
I said,
tower
our
is under
carry is
attack.
just like, yep,
Why
I'll
is this
do
so
it fine.
bloody difficult?
You know, I have a Maud Busk, I have a Perseverance now. And what does the Enchantress have? Still only has Midas.
Bad
Level 1
dudes,
boots.
middle tower, everyone, go, now!
What does the Alchemist have? Shadow Blade. That's relatively good. That'll keep him alive for, you know, pretty long.
Dire's
other than
bottom
that,
tower is under
not a
attack.
whole
Hey,
lot.
for Dire structures are fortified.
Whereas
Do it
our
with flair.
you know, Witch Doctor is going towards a drum. I still haven't bought up my point booster, but it's coming. There's the Skywrath. He's got a point booster now as well. He's going to try and nuke down the Viper here.
Bum tower denied for
Try.
those
Is it
evil
going to get close?
bastards. Oh,
No,
you make
he's
me
going to
so
die.
mad.
But it's good support
Carry
coming in
me
from our Bane.
off.
Finishes it. Probably wanted to be there a little bit early, but you know, that's what happens when you only got level 1 boots.
Oh,
A little
look
bit
at it
slower
go.
than you probably want to be. And I TP'd out bot here because I wanted to protect our carry, who's, you know, farming really well. And, you know, Alchemist is down here now as well, so, you know, he's not getting farm, he's not staying in lane, he's not ganking, he's not doing anything, he's being very ineffective. Whereas our carry is farming quite well. Our Skywrath is trying to make plays. I mean, he died, but we ended up getting a kill, so it's okay. It's alright. Again, Enchantress, well, she's got, you know, she's gonna have power treads now, which is good, so she'll have grade 2 boots. But again, grade 2 boots. Oh wow, good hook from me. That was a nothing hook. She's just out of position. Again, this is bringing up our point. If you're out of position, just hook in, get the kill. There's nothing which really they can do. They're starting to be really afraid of being by themselves. And if they're not, we're just punishing them for it. And again, grade 2 boots on an Enchantress versus a grade 2 boots on a Clockwerk is a little bit more scary. I mean, I'm a little bit more scary at the moment. I'm ganking, I'm roaming, I'm being effective. Enchantress has stayed in her jungle the entire time, has hardly ganked, has not been very effective. Alchemist, you know, he's doing actually alright, he's holding on, his Shadow Blade's been pretty annoying with the unstable concoction going in. But that's also wasting the bonus damage on the Shadow Blade, we should say. That 150 isn't there because, you know, he's having to send out his concoction. And yeah, there's the point booster, which should have been the start of a mech, which would have made this a whole lot easier. But that's okay. And this hook was pretty close, but I was a little late. A little late, and I knew that straight away, and I was like, oop. Meanwhile, they're getting smoked up and ganked bottom. And we should have all TP'd. So they started diving on our carry. We should have been there right away. So this is a pretty big mistake.
That's a twofer. Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening.
We just lost 3 for nothing at the moment. And these TP should have came in a little bit earlier. And we're going to
Dire's
try and
middle
do
tower is
things,
under attack.
but it's really just about defending at this moment. I mean, we've got 1 tower. Skywrath is going hard, gets a good kill there. Then
Bad
Alchemist is
dudes,
just
middle
gonna
tower,
clean him
everyone,
up.
go, now! Got
Our
in
Witch Doctor
him!
didn't really do much then, a little bit slow. The Viper's still in here, still going to try and be effective. Going to be a little bit scary.
Dire's middle tower is under
Tipping
attack.
in
Oh
Bane.
man, this is totally
And
harshing
yep,
my
our Witch Doctor
mellow.
is like, I am pretty much dead.
Close one.
That's a
It
2-5.
does 0 damage. The regen on Alchemist is just too strong. Way too strong. So that was a horrendous fight from us. We really did not want that at all. In this meantime, finally Enchantress is coming out of the jungle. She has power treads. Finally. She has a Midas and that's it. And this is what happens. You do not have effective items.
Radiant structures
You are very
are fortified.
squishy. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna gank you every time.
Radiant's
Man,
middle
a good
tower is
fog,
under
but
attack.
It was pretty obvious where she was going. And yep, our Sky comes in with me and we get an easy kill. So again, punishing them
Radiant's
for the being
top
by
tower is
themselves.
under attack.
If we have sight of you and you're by yourself, you gotta be afraid of this lineup. It's a really good hook. Oh man. At this stage, you know, we're up. You know, our carry is dominating in comparison. She has a Battle Fury now. She has for a little bit, and she's been farming up relatively well. Pardon me. Our Sky
Dire's
is
top
building towards
tower is under
Bloodstone.
attack.
Has a lot of farm now, and that is that ganking while using Midas, doing all that type of thing. I'm hammering this home. But you know, Reaver's okay.
Bad
Probably
dudes,
should have got a
middle
second
tower.
boots.
Everyone, go now!
That's okay. And this was a little bit of an interesting move, but it pays off later, and I'll explain why. We really needed
bad
a
dudes,
deep ward.
Rot-row, middly widdly, gone all diddly.
Because we were shutting down every single lane,
There you are.
what we really needed was this deep ward. Now with this deep ward, I can see Enchantress. We can see any other hero who's using their jungle as farm. So they're having to use, look, like Timbersaur's hiding over here, they have 3 together. And look who's by themselves. Alchemist again. So we're going to try and go on this one. That missed. And yeah, that's pretty annoying. We didn't have any dust. So yeah, mistakes were made. Lots of mistakes. Has the Staff of Wizardry now on him as well. So yeah, Alchemist is getting kind of scary. But Enchantress now has a Perseverance. Now is getting a, you know, still only 850 HP, so not a whole lot really.
Yo,
And
green
PA is
dudes,
doing
something
really
bad is happening.
well.
In your bottom.
That's very
Oh, look at it go.
And so we got a little bit overboard here. We're like, yeah, we need some wards up. And we need some, probably should have put a sentry over
Bad
here.
dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
But we were a little bit afraid here, and rightly so. Because if we had that sentry ward there, we would have seen this coming. And we
Dire's
didn't.
top
And then
tower
we
is
saw
under
the
attack.
3 heroes coming in. We try to get a kill on the Alchemist. I do a misplay and cogs him out of the ultimate here of Skyrath. I
Dire's top
paid for that
tower is under
a lot.
attack.
And Skyrath is like, oh crap, we're in trouble now. I'm gonna get stunned. If they dive, this could be interesting. Our hero's out of position. But Pace is farming up, like Helmut Dominator, Battle Fury, but getting towards that BKB now, and BKB does count a whole lot of these heroes out. Timbersaw, Lich, Viper to a certain extent, Enchantress to a certain extent, Alchemist Stun, and the Acid Spray no longer has effect.
Catch.
BKB is really powerful in that, and against us, my stun goes through BKB.
Green dude's top thing is about to get knocked over.
Bane's stun goes through BKB, but other than that, that's about it. Whoa, and yeah, sorry about that, just had a little interruption.
About to pop.
And back to it, but this team fight was just very ugly, very ugly.
Wounded to my
And this is where I make another mistake. I get massive tunnel vision on this Alchemist. And I'm like, yeah, let's lock us in. I'll stun him point blank. And then, you know, our carry will die. But we'll kill Alchemist. Their carry will die. And then I run away instead of going towards the Viper.
Radiant's top tower be under
So we
attack.
just got wiped.
Dire's middle tower
And
be taking fire.
even though they're quite low, they're going to get this tower.
Radiant's top tower
So they
be
got
under attack. Radiant's
5.
top tower has fallen.
Actually, it's more like 6 because I
Dire's
died.
bottom tower
Like
be
up
under
here
attack.
or somewhere. Came back and then TP'd back and then died again. So it was more like 6 for 3 and a tower. So this game is still alive. Like, I make it sound like we've won, but we are down in terms of kills. They're winning these kills. Viper doesn't have a whole lot of farm, but, you know, he's got a couple of things up. We've got 2 towers. They've only got 1, which helps. TP supports have been very good in that. But the item spread and the fact that that really, if we go to net worth, that we've made much more use of our gold is pretty much what it comes down to. A whole lot more use of our gold. And again, you're by yourself. You can't be by yourself versing a team like this. Skywrath Mage has a Rod of Atos now, which is great. I get a good hook on this Enchantress out here. Pretty effective hook actually. But then they get pushed all the way over here. We get a double ultimate on Alchemist. Then PA is going to town. He's got 3 kills already. Enchantress is in trouble now as well. I've died, but it doesn't matter because another kill there for PA. He's on an ultra kill. This is looking bad. And Rampage now for the PA, who does pretty much have her BKB, and we just team wipe them for 2. And it all started with that jump over here on their Viper.
Dire's middle tower
hook
be
over
taking
here.
fire.
And that's where that ward actually won us that team fight, because I had perfect vision of that. She was just standing there, her creeps were just there, straight in. They all went for me instead of going for
Dire's
PA
structures be fortified.
and the Skywrath
Dire's
Thane.
middle tower
And once
be
I've
taking
once
fire.
Clockwerk's kind of unleashed his hook,
Dire's
and, you know,
middle
cogs,
tower
and he's, you know,
has
using
fallen.
battery assault, his job's kind of done. Like, he
Dire's top
separates
tower
out
be under
the enemy
attack.
team, and he kind of does some things. That's pretty much it. His job's done. Like, it's over.
Boom, there it goes.
Yeah, so like I said, use of our net worth. Skywrath has Rod of Atos as well as a point booster and boots. If we go to, well, where is he? PA now has BKB. He's pretty much equal with the Alchemist. BKB, Battle Fury, a Helm of the Dominator, and Phase Boots. We're pretty much even now. We've both won some really strong team fights. But really, Alchemist just has Heart and a Shadow Blade. So, you know, he's still got the Hand of Midas, but that's not really doing anything for him. His boots, you know, aren't really doing anything for him. He hasn't upgraded that, whereas, you know, PA's boots give him a little bit more speed and, you know, more damage, which is always, always good. And the Enchantress still has nothing. Like, she has Perseverance now, and even that, yeah, that was kind of already there. So they're really not making good use of their net worth. Whereas, so that's their top 2. You know, and Skywrath now has a BOT and is building towards his next item. Ooh, misses that TP. And this team fight, it gets pretty interesting. Our Witch Doctor is way out of position here. Gets caught, but we bring him in. Burn down that Timber Sword really quickly. I get a great hook on 2 here. Lock him in with the PA. In comes the Bleach Shoulder.
Monster kill! Triple kill!
I'm starting to finally feel for man.
Thanks, man.
But that's 3 heroes for absolutely nothing.
Catch!
Enchantress did 0. Like, she has no survivability as Enchantress. Instead of this, she could have got, you know, like an armlet.
Dire's middle tower be taking fire. Radiant's top tower be under
Mask of
attack.
Madness, like,
Radiant
she's been way more
structures
effective
be
with other items.
fortified.
I understand that she's got hurt because she's buying a lot of invis
Radiant's
protection.
top tower be under attack.
Even though that Lich
Godless
probably should be buying
swabbies.
some of it, he doesn't really have a whole lot either. And we're able to
Dire's
get this
middle
tower
tower
while
has
Alchemist was
fallen.
just pretty much just farming
Radiant's
down here,
top tower
doing
be under
absolutely
attack.
nothing. And he's coming in, and you know, he's doing pretty well. He's kind of scary now. He's building
Dire's
towards
middle
his AC.
barracks
Still doesn't
be
have
under
much
attack.
Rock it
If he
on.
gets this AC, it could be pretty difficult. But
Dire's middle
we've got
barracks have fallen.
good melee creeps now from that. Another mistake here from the Witch Doctor, but it's okay. He just walked back in there, and yeah, you can't really do that. And they got punished pretty quickly.
Die with me.
So I'm almost at that mech. I don't have a TP, which is a mistake, guys. Don't do that. We all have TPs, except for, you know, our carry. But that's okay, because it's a carry, it's not such a big deal. But yeah, TP's guys. And yeah, Soul Booster
Radiant's
now on
bottom
Skyrim.
tower be under attack.
So our top two, the top net worth of the game, not our top two, just the top two, are pretty much
Radiant's
even.
bottom
But
tower
PA's
be
making
under
much
attack.
more use of their
Under
items.
attack.
If we look then, Skyrath is just dominating in that second position. That's where that Midas and ganking
Radiant's
is just
bottom
really
tower
working out.
be under
They're
attack.
having to group up and not farm while we're pretty much, we're farming jungle. PA's going over, he's going to farm this lane.
Radiant's
I'm
bottom
rocket
tower
farming
be
here,
under
I'm
attack.
scouting.
Under attack.
Thought they were rushing actually, but yeah, that wasn't happening. That could have been really bad. They probably should have rushed at some stage.
Radiant's
Viper
bottom
does
tower
not have
be
a whole
under
lot
attack.
of items. He's got a whole lot of interesting things. And I need to replay that hook. That
Coming
is
here.
just for in terms of understanding things. Now, what does Clockwerk do? He punishes people out of position, and after he's done his initial
Radiant's
salvo, he's pretty
bottom
much
tower
useless.
be under
Look
attack.
at where the
Under
other heroes
attack.
are. They're nowhere near there. Our heroes can come in. I've just
Coming
gone
here.
straight on this Alchemist.
Dire's top
He's got
tower
nothing.
be
He
under
gets
attack.
stunned. I die, but that's fine.
Dire's
We
top
kill
tower
Alchemist.
has fallen.
That's me playing as a 3, trading for their 1. And if we have a look at his items, that was a crucial kill. That stopped his AC quite well. And that got us Bloodstone on the Skywrath. It got us a Roshan attempt now.
Look
Coming
at
out.
it go.
He has Skullbasher in addition to all of his other items. Great use of his gold here. Realizing that if we have another team fight, he's going to need to have some type of lockdown. We realize that this is coming, but we're at the stage where we can just delay, and that's what Bane's so good at. We've got 4 on 4 here,
Oh, look at it go.
because I'm dead at this stage. Great stun there from
The
Witch Doctor on
Radiant
those
has
two.
slain
Enables them
what's
to
his
get
face.
Roshan.
the Aegis, and now they got to be afraid. We've got this ward here, so we can kind of see what's
Dire's
going
top
on.
tower be under
We're in
attack.
danger of overextending here. Fighting under this tower could be awkward. Managed to get that kill on the Viper, and this Lich ult is just bouncing everywhere. I managed to get back. I TP back down here, and our carry is like very low on health now, 500 HP, getting healed up a little bit
Dire's
by the
top
Witch
tower
Doctor.
be under attack.
Bane is still here, and now they've got 4, and they're coming in strong again. We see them kind of coming. Witch Doctor kind of blocks it, but in comes the hook. Great hook, able to block 2 out here. Bane's getting it dropped really quickly. Bane saves the Aegis from the Tempestaur, and then we just clean up. That double kill here, that was pretty much Skywrath just coming in. And man, they called it GG probably a little bit early, but seriously, when you look at this net worth, Skywrath now is just overtaken. That was a 5 for nothing.
Dire's bottom
Great work,
tower
he's got
be
30
under attack.
charges. Our PA is now on really high. Really high.
Dire's bottom
I'm somehow
tower be down.
4th, which does actually make sense. I have mech now, which helps. Yay, that should have happened a good 10 minutes ago.
Incoming.
Dire's bottom
And Witch
tower
Doctor
be
is
under attack.
slowly building up some things. He's got a 4-star coming. That's the other thing, is like, they should have built some 4-stars. They went for very
Dire's bottom
greedy
tower be
hero
down.
choices, and that just really suffered in the end. I understand that this is pub to a certain extent, but this
Dire's
is serious
bottom
pub.
barracks
It's ranked
have fallen.
matchmaking.
Dire's bottom
And
barracks.
with that,
Dire's
they've pretty
bottom
much,
barracks
won the
have
game.
fallen.
And yeah, there's a couple of pretty interesting plays. I mean, PA is now just mega farmed. And overextension on Bane. I'm just gonna get home. Just to point out that this game is not over. Like, if we didn't win those 2 team fights, like where we team wiped them twice, we possibly could have lost this game. I mean, especially if it kept on going until late game. Eventually, Chartreuse could have done
Dire's top
something.
tower
Still has
be
nothing
under
with
attack.
it 2K. And Viper could have finally got some items. Alchemist could have finished his AC and got some boots, grade 2 boots, I mean. Like, it could have been pretty scary.
Dire's
I've
structure
got
be
Aghanims now, which I
fortified.
should have probably got after the mechanism, which is a little bit sticky.
Haste.
Dire's top tower
And we get a
has
top tower
fallen.
here. And this is the point, like, you can see how much damage we do.
Here, catch.
And Witch Shocker just, oh man. Easy kills, easy kills. And this is just the power of PA. Just look at that crit! Look at the crit!
Triple kill!
Oh, the Abyssal is just like, yeah. Just so much net worth now. It's quite ridiculous. Our 5 support is actually more farmed.
Dire's top
And
tower
then 3
be under attack.
who's dead. So yeah, we just managed to shut them down really well. Couple of great ward placements, even sacrificial.
Dire's middle
sacrificing
tower
warders.
be taking fire.
Yeah, so that just is a good mention of when you should use
Dire's top tower
those
has fallen.
Midases.
Nature attends.
Dire's top
You can pretty much
barracks
do
be under
nothing
attack.
with just the Midas boots and that stuff
And it's up.
on Enchantress, but when you've got some items on her, she's pretty scary. I was just trying to block it off, but yeah, this game is pretty much over. So thanks guys if you guys watched this this entire time. Hopefully you got something out of that. Maybe nice.
Dire's top
Maybe
barracks have
not wanting
fallen.
to go Midas all the time.
Dire's
It is
top
actually good,
barracks have
but
fallen. The Radiants now
it's
have
gotta
mega
have its
creep.
place. I mean, sometimes a Battle Fury is better, and I think this is a very good point. Sometimes Battle Fury is better than
Don't
Midas.
think you're done with
Don't
me.
doubt it. It's a thing. And yeah, now considering
Oh, look at it
Dire's middle tower be taking
Falcon.
fire.
Oh, what a save from Bane in the mech. Oh.
Aerial pollution
Anyways.
curtailed.
Thanks guys. I'll try and come out with
Thanks.
my other video. I have another video coming with me being silly as Rubik in pub, and I'll have another video coming out hopefully this week talking about our competition details for the new year. Yes, our competition's still happening. It's gonna happen this new year, so
Boom,
probably
there
record it
it
maybe
goes.
the week after because it's the year, we'll probably be doing things. But
Where are you going?
yeah, that'll
Dire's
be.
middle tower has fallen.
Thanks guys for watching. I'm Trentus from DDTDota.
Dire's middle tower be taking fire.
And it's up.
Fights are with us.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.